What is the meaning behind beatnik slang? Imagine a time when young artists and writers wanted to stand out from the crowd and express their unique way of life. That's when the term beatnik and its slang came into being. Beatnik slang is the informal language used by the Beat Generation, a group of American writers and artists in the 1950s. They rejected the traditional ways of society and embraced a more free, artistic, and rebellious lifestyle. The word beatnik itself is a slang term, created by adding the suffix nik to the word beat. The suffix nik became popular after the launch of Sputnik by the Soviet Union, and it was often used to describe people or things associated with a certain style or attitude. The word beak originally meant tired or worn out, but the Beats gave it a new meaning. It came to symbolize a sense of being raw, open, and spiritually searching. They wanted to break free from the rules and expectations of mainstream culture. Their slang reflected this attitude. Words like cool meant something was good or acceptable, dig meant to understand or appreciate something, and square was used to describe someone who was old-fashioned or out of touch with the scene. These words helped them create a language that was playful, rebellious, and full of irony. Beatnik slang also had colorful phrases for social activities. Saying a blast meant having a great time, while a gas was something really fun. When they talked about movies, they called them the flicks. In dating, chicken was a girl who was engaged to be married, and eyeballing a doll meant checking out an attractive woman. Quail hunting was a slang term for looking for a date, and solo flight meant going out alone. If someone was no longer with their partner, they might say, used to be. The origins of this slang are tied to underground culture. Words like beak were used by hustlers and outsiders before writers like Jack Kerouac and Allen Ginsberg adopted them. Over time, the media picked up the term beatnik and the slang, sometimes exaggerating or mocking the group. This created a split between the serious intentions of the Beats and the popular image of beatniks as carefree rebels with berets and sunglasses. From a language perspective, beatnik slang was a way to signal belonging and reject societal norms. It was practical and used daily in conversations at jazz clubs, poetry readings, and among friends. The slang borrowed from jazz music, street culture, and even Yiddish. As with many slang words, it eventually spread beyond the original group. It entered mainstream language and influenced later countercultures. Looking at how slang evolves, beatnik talk started as insider code, then gained popularity through media exposure. Over time, some words lost their original meaning or became more widely used. This shows how language can reflect social change, identity, and resistance. The slang of the beatniks is a clear example of how words can serve as a tool for expressing a different way of life.